Hello, what's up guys? Emon from Peso Smart PH here and welcome sa panibagong episode. So shoutout din sa mga bagong listeners and viewers. So mag-subscribe na rin kayo if bago kayo dito. So today, stock and company review tayo. Topic is Pepsi Cola Products Philippines Incorporated. So bago ang lahat, market news muna. So ito galing sa Manila Bulletin. So actually kahapon pa dapat to eh. But yeah, syempre every Tuesday and Thursday lang tayo merong episode. So hindi ko lang to madidiscuss. But yung article was actually published nung Friday pa. So yesterday nag-start na ulit i-trade yung ABS-CBN and as expected, syempre bumaba siya. Until today, nung nag-check ako ng market kanina, mababa pa rin yung price ng ABS-CBN. Hindi sobrang baba pero nasa red siya. So the PSE said the suspension is being lifted after the firm complied with the board's directive for ABS-CBN to disclose additional information regarding impact of the cease and desist order issued against it by the government last May 6. So ABS-CBN said the order will significantly impact the company's media networks and studio entertainment's operations. For the period ended September 30, 2019, the revenues of this segment amounted to 23.3 billion pesos. Grabe. And then 15.9 billion pesos or approximately 68% of MSNE revenues was free-to-air advertising. Grabe. Ang laking pera nung kinikita nila. On a consolidated basis, free-to-air advertising was approximately 50% of the company's consolidated revenue for the period ended September 30, 2019. Alright. So much for that. Ito galing din sa Manila Bulletin. So Cebu Pacific implements contactless flights amid COVID-19 pandemic. Isa pa to sa mga medyo bumababa na stocks. Yung stock price nila is medyo bumababa. I think nakabili ako kanina at around 40 pesos per share. Ayun. Parang naglalaro siya before to almost 50 pesos na, and then bigla ulit siya nag-plummet. Since medyo na-extend yung community quarantine and takot pa rin yung tao na mag-travel and whatnot. And then yung majority kasi ng flights ng Cebu Pacific is dito lang sa Philippines, so local. So as the country continues to gear up toward the new normal, budget carrier Cebu Pacific urged its passengers to check in online prior to their flights to lessen the risk of contracting the dreaded coronavirus disease. Well, I think it's about time to do this na rin and to really strictly implement this. Kasi it's the digital age na. I mean, it's siguro we're like midway into this new digital age, so it's really better to check in online and then makuha niyo yung boarding pass niyo through your mobile phone. And almost everyone naman, I think, meron silang smartphone or whatever device they use. So the advisory is part of the airline's new measures toward contactless flights. In a statement, Cebu Pacific advised travelers to be at the airport at least 2 hours early as check-in counters will be closed 1 hour before their flights. Part of its self-check-in and no-touch boarding policy is assigning only 1 airline crew to assist travelers carrying more than 2 luggages to go to the baggage drop-off counter. And then middle seats will also be kept vacant as much as possible in observance of social distancing on board. So it's not really strictly followed. So sabi nila as much as possible. So there's a possibility na meron kayong katabi. So I think it's gonna be better if you just don't travel at all at the moment. So crew members will also strictly implement the no changing of seats during the flight. Orderly deplaning procedures must also be observed by everyone on board, it added. So safety of airline employees. Aside from ensuring passengers' safety, the company is also making sure that its own employees are protected. All on-ground Cebu Pacific staff are required to wear personal protective equipment, PPEs, while on duty. Yeah. Siyempre kailangan yun. And then, while pilots and cabin crew members will have to undergo rapid antibody testing to ensure that they are healthy and in top condition before boarding their flights, they will also be given their own PPEs and face masks to be worn on duty. Gloves for servicing passengers, as well as disinfectants to be used to clean the aisles and seats in the cabin. Operating crew cleared for flights will also be given PPEs and will be trained to assist and isolate guests on board if the need arises. So yeah, meron na sila mga precaution na dinedeploy and ini-implement. So that's good, but I don't know. If kailangan nyo talaga mag-travel, then go. But if like you're gonna travel for like a vacation or whatever, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be stupid. And then from Sunstar Cebu, sabi dito, airlines seek 8.6 billion pesos monthly aid. Cebu Pacific cancels over 26,000 flights. So malaki talagang dagok yun sa revenue nila. And it's not looking good. Budget Airlines Cebu Pacific said Monday, May 18, 2020, it has cancelled over 26,400 flights as of May 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, mirroring the aviation industry's growing economic pain. Quarantine and travel restrictions within the Philippines and in several countries prompted the carrier to make the difficult decision to suspend all passenger flights in mid-March. Listed operator Cebu Air Incorporated told the stock exchange it's now seeking government aid through grants and loans alongside fee waivers and regulatory relief. So I believe since ginagawa nila to, hindi na sila makapagbigay ng dividends for this year. But yung 5-year average naman ng Cebu Pacific is still high. Well, since medyo mababa din kasi yung price niya ngayon. But I think okay pa rin naman bumili. Well, it's a risky investment, to be honest. Kasi no one knows kung gaano pa like tatagal to tong virus na to. Like it's gonna be a part of our lives na, like moving forward from here on out, until like magkaroon ng ng vaccine, which takes a lot of time din. So like investing in this kind of company is very risky, but if makarecover naman and matapos sa tong lahat, I think they'll thrive again. Like katulad nung pagtaas ng prices nila, ng stock price nila previously, like before this pandemic happened. And then from Interaksyon, Cebu Pacific Air defers plane capex, 6 government support amid COVID-19 crisis. Medyo similar to the previous article. Parang ibang point of view. So the Philippine Cebu Pacific Air Incorporated, or Cebu Pacific Air, said on Monday it would defer previously planned aircraft capital expenditure and was in talks with the government for fiscal support as the coronavirus pandemic decimates demand for travel. Obviously. Last year, the country's largest budget carrier finalized the purchase of about 30 Airbus SE aircraft worth $6.8 billion. So, times 15 yun na lang, 0.6. Yun yung worth niya in peso. At list prices as it sought larger fuel-efficient jets to help it expand. So maganda yung plan sila. Before all this shit happened. But syempre, ma-halt yun. However, those plans have been upended by the unprecedented crisis brought on by the pandemic. As strict travel restrictions imposed globally have left the airline industry largely grounded. So walang nagtatravel halos, so wala silang kita basically. Only last week, Singapore Airlines Limited reported its first ever annual loss, while Virgin Australia Holdings Limited entered voluntary administration in April. Cebu said it was reviewing its long-term fleet plan and had begun discussion with suppliers to establish flexibility to adapt to current events. The Philippine carrier suspended all services in mid-March after the government placed the country under stringent lockdown to help stop the spread of the novel coronavirus. They later wrote to the government seeking help in the form of emergency credit lines and fee waivers. Alright. So yeah, yung mga articles ito is nasa baba lang, nasa description. So if you wanna check them out in full, click nyo lang yung mga links sa baba. So yan, dito na tayo sa main topic natin, yung Pepsi Cola Products Philippines. So quick review lang basically, kasi isa to sa mga magandang mag-perform na stock na nasa portfolio. Well, you know, ano siya, green siya kahit na we're in this shite situation. So incorporation date was on March 8, 1989, 31 years ago. So company profile, Pepsi Cola Products Philippines was incorporated in 1989 to engage in the manufacturing, sales, and distribution of carbonated soft drinks, non-carbonated beverages, and confectionery products to retail, wholesale, restaurants, and bar trades. Its shares were listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange through an initial public offering in 2008, so around 12 years ago. So yeah, medyo bago pa lang tong stock na to sa PSE. So we're gonna check out yung history ng prices and kung okay ba siya, okay ba siyang bilhin. Then key people, si Oscar S. Reyes, Chairman. Then Yong Sang Yu, CEO. Samudra Bhattacharya, President. And then si Imran Moid, CFO. Try nyo lang i-google yung like profile sila. Wala akong masyadong makitang like interesting like articles or whatever. Pero meron silang profile sa LinkedIn. So if you're interested with the leadership team nung Pepsi, nung PIP, you can just google them. Then ito yung kabuuan ng shares na nabili ko. Like I think last year pa. I think around this time din ako bumili. So average cost was 1.4277 per share. And then last traded price niya was 1.9. So meron akong 3,000 shares. Market value is at 5.6k. So yung total cost is 4.2k lang. So unrealized profit natin is 1.3k. So that is a gain of 31.74%. So yeah, it's a good performing stock as of now. So kung trader ka, then I bet na kumita ka na dito sa PEP. I think hindi naman siya ganun ka highly traded, but yeah, it's still a good investment if like medyo short term, like 1, 2, 3, 5 years yung mo, like investing goal mo. So yeah, kung gusto ko na mag-exit, then yeah, may kita ako 1.3k, but I won't do that. Kasi nagbibigay din silang dividends. So we're gonna get on that later on. So ito yung current price. Well, hindi nakalagay dito kasi pa-reset na yung, pabukas na yung market nung nag-screenshot ako. But yung previous close niya was at 1.9. So na-trade din siya nung Monday. So that's yesterday. 52-week high niya is 2.22. 52-week low was at 1.2. So hindi ganun masyado nag-fluctuate yung prices, but dyan lang kasi talaga naglalaro yung niya, yung presyo niya. And moving on, ito yung valuation niya from 2014 to 2018. Hindi pa na available yung data from 2019. I'm not sure why, but it's May na, so medyo weird. And yeah, hindi ko pa rin ma-access yung PSE ng maayos, so I can't really get more info dun sa website ng PSC. But anyway, 2014, 4.11, 2015, 3.68, 2016, 3.24, then yan, pababa siya yung pababa. 2017, 2.15, and 2018, 1.34. So ito yung graph. Sobrang tumaas siya actually nung 2013. So umabot siya ng halos 7 pesos. So that's around 6.7, 6.8 per share. Then kung nakikita nyo, like siguro kung bumili kayo bago mag 2012, nasa 2 pesos lang siya. And then bigla siyang, tumaas ng sobra noong 2013. And then ngayon, ayun, syempre bumaba siya nung start ng 2020. 2019, bumaba din siya. Like, almost 1 peso na lang siya per share. Then ngayon, 1.9. I think it's still a good time to buy. Kasi, okay naman yung binibigay niyang dividends. Then, ito yung financials niya. So, 2014, healthy naman. Yung income, 2015, almost same lang. 2016, lumaki. 2017, medyo nabawasan siya. And then 2018, they are at a loss. So, I think kailangan pa natin mas makita yung books ng 2019 para ma-check din kung naka-recover na ba sila dito sa loss ng 2018. So yung EBT nila, earnings before taxes, negative 262.54 million pesos. Damn, that is a lot. Tapos yung taxes paid, syempre negative 10, and then net working capital is at negative 2.05 billion. That's yung net debt nila is at 5.87 billion, and I think nasa 60-ish% yan is a long-term debt. So that's pretty big. And then yung enterprise value is at 10.82 billion lang. So like more than half nung half nung enterprise is like utang. Very interesting. And then ito yung dividends. From 2008 to 2010, naputol ng 11 and 12, then bumalik ng 13, then naputol ulit ng 14, bumalik ng 15, and then tuloy-tuloy na siya hanggang 2019. Then of course, I think mapuputol ulit siya this 2020. And as you can see, noong 2018, nagbigay pa rin sila ng dividends kahit na like negative yung rev nila. I'm not sure why. I don't quite understand that, but yeah, konting research lang, maintindihan ko rin yun. And yeah, I can share that with you guys. But if may idea kayo kung paano nila ginagawa yun, you can let me know in the comment section down below para makatulong na rin sa iba and sa akin. Okay, moving on. So yung yield niya is at 2.3157%. So hindi siya ganun kataas. It's acceptable. So dati like yung lagi kong parang in-aim is around like 5-ish%, but I kinda appreciated na rin yung companies, lalo na pag like yung katulad to Pepsi, diba? Well, they're not Coke, but medyo staple na rin siya, and yeah, a lot of people prefer like yung cola ng Pepsi over cola ng Coke. So yeah. And that's gonna be it para sa review, and yeah, sa episode na rin na to. So like final conclusion lang, I think okay pa rin naman na investment ng Pepsi, kasi I think it will last pa rin for a very long time. Like matagal na rin sila nasa market, and like medyo medyo like bago pa rin sila. I mean, sa market nung industry nila. Pero like sa PSE, medyo baguhan pa sila, di ba? Like 12 years pa lang siyang natitrade and yung prices niya is like mura ngayon. Pero nakita nyo naman na na-achieve niya yung like mataas na price nung 2013. Like nag 7 pesos, di ba? Like imagine that. Kung bumili ka ngayon, like almost 2 pesos lang. Then one day, like ma-achieve niya ulit yung potential na yun. So, ayun, parang pwedeng sign na rin yun na mag-exit ka. But it's really up to you. Nakita ko lang kasi ito kasi yeah, attractive din. Yeah, Pepsi. Parang naintindihan ko talaga yung nature ng business nila. Like, it's just, manufacturing. So, madali lang yung, hindi naman madali yung ginagawa nila, but yeah, madali lang maintindihan kung ano yung, kung paano kumita yung business nila. And yun nga, medyo olas lang tayo nung 2018, but we should like dive deeper dun sa books nila ng 2019 para makita natin kung nabawi ba nila yun, yung losses nung 2018. And nakita na rin natin na profitable sila like the previous years. But yeah, anyway, yung sources natin for the articles earlier, andyan yan. Banggit ko na rin naman na nasa description yun. So, kung trip nyo basahin yung articles, check out nyo na lang. Tapos, syempre, before we end, we have a quote of the day. So, this one is from Charlie Munger. Siya yung matagal ng parang right-hand man ni Warren Buffett. So, magaling din siya investor. So, sabi niya, you don't have to be brilliant, only a little bit wiser than the other guys. On average, for a long, long time. So, yan. Basically, sinasabi lang niya na hindi mo kailangan like sobrang talino or anything. May nabasa rin ako na sinabi niya na hindi naman dapat sobrang taas ng IQ mo para maging magaling kang investor. It's more of like an EQ game. Kasi tulad nito, 'di ba? May pandemic and then nakita mo yung investment mo. Like for example, nag-invest ka 50k and then you're like down 25k. Karamihan yung iba nagbebenta na agad before pa ma-reach yun. And that's not really smart. Kasi, 'di ba? Yung 50k mo naging 25k. So why would you sell at a loss? So, yeah. Yung basic strategy lang talaga na dapat nyo i-apply is invest money that you don't need right now or like in the near future. Kasi, yung ginagawa ko yun, parang tinitreat ko siya as expense. Like, hindi yun gagalawin for a very, very long time. Kasi nga, karamihan din naman ng mga binibili kong stocks is may dividends. So, lagi hindi naman siya guaranteed, but meron din akong tawag doon preferred stocks. So ayun, guaranteed talaga yung dividends sila, but yung other common stocks na binibili ko, yun hindi guaranteed yung dividends, but if they give out yung dividends na yun, so extra kita yun, then pwede mo siya i-reinvest. And yeah, it's more of an EQ game. Dapat di ka emotional, lalo na sa current events. Sabi ni Warren Buffett din, like kalimutan mo na pagka binili mo, like huwag mo na siyang tingnan, huwag mong panoorin yung market para like hindi ka matrigger na, or parang magkaroon ng fear mongering something. Kasi pag lagi mong pinapanood yung market, ayun, nakita mo na, ay shit, bumababa yung portfolio ko. Tapos yun nga, katulad nito, merong global health crisis. So obviously, bababa talaga yun, yung prices ng stocks. Marami nag-pull out and yeah, just don't be like them. Just be patient and yeah, lagi naman naka-recovery yung market eh. So yeah, there you have it guys. Thanks for watching and listening. Huwag niyo kalimutan mag-like and share and subscribe if hindi niyo pa nagagawa yun. Makatulong yun ng sobra sa paglago ng channel, paglaki ng channel. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. I'll see you soon on Thursday. Meron tayong bagong episode. So, 1 day lang na pahinga. Alright? Be safe, guys. Practice nyo pa rin yung social distancing. And yeah, always remember, be Peso smart.